To get a sense of what might happen in Pakistan next, I want to go across live and exclusive at this time to one of Pakistan's top journalists, Hamid Mir. Joins us. He survived bomb attacks, bullets. He's been banned 3 times in Pakistan. Has really grown up in this Naya Pakistan, which is now on the verge of default. In fact, one Pakistani minister saying that the country has already defaulted. Hamid Saab, welcome to the news track. I want to start by asking you, as a Pakistani citizen and as a top columnist, commentator of these times, your sense of life in Pakistan. We're seeing and reading so much about just how bad things are. Give us a sense of how life has changed for you individually on account of all the price rise and the distress that Pakistan is going through.
Thank you very much for inviting me in your prestigious show. You see, I don't live a normal life since very long because I have survived many assassination attempts. So I don't go on public places without security. So I am not living a normal life in Pakistan. So I am the wrong person for asking this kind of question. But I can tell you that last evening I went to a market and I tried to shop something just to get a sense that what kind of economic problems the common Pakistanis are facing. So yes, there is a price hike, there is problem. But you see, most of our friends outside Pakistan, they don't know the ground realities of Pakistan. So I can tell you that yes, as a Pakistani, as an individual, I am facing security problems, I am facing other problems, censorship and the political polarization, victimization since long. But I can tell you that the common Pakistanis, they are also facing the same because in last couple of weeks, the security situation is once again deteriorating very fast. But the economic problem is the main problem for the common Pakistanis, and it's getting worse.
You know, we're seeing all these negotiations between the IMF and the government of Pakistan to secure more aid. In fact, the former Deputy Governor of the State Bank of Pakistan, Murtaza Saeed, has written this piece which has been quoted about how Pakistan has been to the IMF 23 times. In fact, that's the world's #1 country when it comes to receiving bailouts from the IMF. Argentina has been 21 times, and India last went in 1991 when Manmohan Singh was finance minister, and after that India mercifully has never been. So give us your sense of play about the international community and whether it will actually come to the help of Pakistan and prevent it from becoming the next Sri Lanka.
I can give you a very long response on this answer, but to cut the story short, actually the people who are responsible for creating problems for the common Pakistanis and who I think are responsible for the destruction of the Pakistani economy, they actually belong to IMF and World Bank. You know why? Because when General Ayub Khan imposed his first military dictatorship in 1958, he imported a finance minister from World Bank. His name was Mr. Muhammad Shoaib. And he worked for him as finance minister for 10 long years. And when he left the government of Ayub Khan, he returned to the World Bank. He went back to the Washington and rejoined his old mother organization. And I can give you another example, like a caretaker prime minister, Mr. Moin Qureshi. He never had a Pakistani identity card. He came to Pakistan, he was imported by our establishment, and directly he was appointed as the prime minister of Pakistan, and then he asked that I need a Pakistani identity card, and his identity card was arranged, and he was our prime minister for 3 months. So most of our finance ministers, they were imported from IMF and World Bank, and they tried to implement the agenda of the World Bank and IMF, and now that's why we got their program for 23 times, which is a world record. But now I think that the problem which we are facing right now is created by the previous government of Imran Khan. Imran Khan signed an agreement with the IMF in 2019, and after signing the agreement, he refused to implement the conditionalities which were dictated by the IMF, because he was apprehending that the opposition will start an agitation, or opposition will come for a no confidence movement. So he delayed that. He never implemented that agreement with the IMF, which was signed in 2019. He never implemented that till April 2021, when finally the no confidence motion was tabled in the parliament. So that's why IMF was angry with Pakistan, and when he was removed, the IMF was not ready to trust the new government. So that's why it was delayed, and now the IMF have given the last date of the D-Day for Pakistan. It is 1st March 2023. So technically speaking, I can tell you that there is no default in Pakistan till 1st April 2023. But after that, I think that we may face more problems. But few days back, the new finance minister, Mr. Ishaq Dar, he presented a supplementary budget in the parliament. It was approved, and he imposed more than 112 billion new taxes just to get $1.1 billion money from IMF. So technically speaking, there is no default till 1st March 2023.
What do you think will happen next? I'm reading reports about potential cuts in military spending, which is quite blasphemous by Pakistan's track record. Do you actually see that go through? How do you see the situation in Pakistan evolve from here?
You see, last year there was a 20% cut on the defense budget. The government of Shehbaz Sharif, immediately after coming into power, they presented the first budget, and they cut the defense budget for 20%. But recently, just few days back, some officials of the World Bank, they have released a report about the economy of Pakistan, and they are talking differently. So I personally think that World Bank is comparatively better than IMF, because World Bank is saying that the problems of Pakistan are actually created by the big feudal landlords and big industrialists, and mainly due to the concentration of wealth in few hands. And they are of the view that Pakistan should tax the rich people, and Pakistan should give subsidies to the poor people, because in past 30-40 years, most of the finance ministers who were imported from IMF and World Bank, they were looking after the interests of some big feudal landlords, because they never imposed agricultural tax on big feudal landlords, and they were looking after the interest of the industrialists and big businessmen.
Okay.
So you can also learn this lesson. India and Bangladesh and other countries in the region, they should learn the lesson that don't allow the rich people to manipulate the economy of your country and tax the rich people, tax the feudal landlords.
Okay, I'll leave it over there. You have your own show to prepare for, so I won't take more time. Hamid Mir, for joining us with your thoughts and insights on the current mess in Pakistan. Appreciate it. We wish you all the best. Thank you.